And once again, it's been quite a while since I did a World of Tanks video, so I'm going to do one. Still with a lot of replays stored, although I did have to actually delete some of the really old ones, because I had a lot of World of Tanks clients installed the other day, and therefore I decided to get rid of all the clients before 1.0, and apparently I still had 7 or 8 replays from before that, so unfortunately I'm not going to be able to show those anymore. And it's a real shame actually, because I did see some of the replay, the battle results screens, and especially Steve's ones seemed like they would have been really good fun to watch, but never mind. I don't think it's been the first time that that's happened. Anyway, the special we've got here now is starting off with Guard, and he's driving the ISU 152 Tier 8 Soviet tank destroyer, famed for its 152mm BL-10 gun that it no longer has. It has a new gun now. Still the same caliber, still the same damage, but I think it's got 20mm less standard penetration than the BL-10 had. And to be honest, I feel like the old BL-10 gun on this machine was a bit too overpowered. Dog licking my feet there, that's quite disturbing. I think that the combination of the high pen and the high damage at tier 8 was a bit too much. So that's why they have made that gun exclusive for the 704 now. God, this dog, I tell you, likes to lay under the desk. So apologies for the noise. It's nice to take out the Emil 2 there. He was preoccupied against an IS-7. You saw him put a shot earlier as well into an OHO over there. Can you do it again? Yep, took the kill on that. Type 4 Heavy is a bit more difficult to pen though. Some would probably say a lot more difficult to pen. T-54's on a one shot though. Can we get him? Yes. Disappeared for a moment, but only for a brief moment. Lost the other side of the map. There's a Sand River, by the way. Forgot to mention that. The north side has been lost. But the valley, I think it's supposed to be a sort of dried up riverbed, is pretty safe, I think. Let's see what happens when those medium tanks try to push towards the base. There they are. They're in the cap. T-44's found all of them. See the pattern now. Not fully aimed. Obviously an ISU would hit that shot. That was a good trade, obviously, because it received about 400 damage in return. Got a pilot and a Pantera as well. Pantera's the one in the cap. There's the pattern again. High roll and center fire. Wow. And the pattern got a low roll on him. Well, obviously that's just ISU luck, isn't it? There's the Pantera. Trying to hide behind the wreck of the pattern, but that's not really going to work. Not forever, at least. Pantera did actually manage to take him out, but Guard did manage to do over 4,000 damage there, and get 4 kills. And as we all know, getting kills is quite a good way of gaining experience. For some reason, I don't know why. It shouldn't be about gaining kills. It should be more about the damage that you do, and who you deal it to, and by extension of that, you know, what's it called? Assistance damage. And there goes the Pantera. And base captured at the end as well. Very decisive win for Guard's team there, even if it wasn't a particularly glorious result for him in the end. So, that's an ace tanker, an arsonist, a fighter, a fire for effect, and a tanker sniper. 4,746 damage done. Of course, there was the blind shot on the T-54 as well, so about 500 damage wasn't recorded. 4 kills, 1,212 base experience, 10,711 credits profit with standard account, and that is, well, it's fairly simple, but yeah, ISU, you always get some amazing shots in the ISU. It's quite famous for that, even still. I like the fact that it says distance travelled 1 without giving a unit. So what is that? It could be 1 meter, 1 parsec for a wiener. Anyway, time to move on now. I think there's a replay from me up next. So, I am driving the A43, which is a tier 6 Soviet medium tank. And the map is Malinovka. And we're going to see what I can do here. A43 has the highest DPM of any tier 6 medium tank. Not because of its damage per shot though, that's only 85 on average. Whereas the rate of fire is absolutely ridiculous. And I've not got brothers in arms, but I've got food, as you can see. And I've got rammer, I've got vents, of course. Just trying to really bump that DPM up. I think the reload time has gone down to 1.7 seconds or something. It's ridiculously fast, quicker than most tier 2s, you know. And they do less damage per shot. I'm in this bush, typical spotting bush on this map. M7 doesn't seem to have, well, it's not bad view range I suppose, because he did spot that OR experimental that I can't spot. But I've got pretty good view range, so I decided to try and do some spotting on this map, since view range is kind of everything on Malinovka, which is why it was a good thing that the team took out that enemy Type 64 that I was lighting up. The Type 64 is a good light tank anyway. I'm also seemingly able to shoot from this bush without getting spotted as well. Notice how I've parked the tank with the rear in the bush. That does give me less gun depression in the offensive direction, I think. But it means I can run away quickly if I'm spotted. Try and get this Stug 3. No, someone else got it. KB2. Behind cover. That little M7's managed to survive. Oh, hello. Oh, I spotted. Flat side. That's what I like to see. Now you can really see this rate of fire happen now. shot goes slightly wrong, then it can end up bouncing quite easily off an OI. Yeah, KV2. Difficult thing to pen, as it turns out. When it's angling like that, even though it might be unintentional. This is still only tier 6, let's be honest. So at this point I've decided that position is a bit obsolete now. The M7 has died.
You've been spotted.
Spotted again. Right behind the rock. Allies have managed to push through on the western side of the field. The side of the turret of this KV2, because that thing is easy to pen. There's no bullshit tracks in the way or anything. Did I see a tree fall in front of us? Let's move forward and find out. Oh, there's the KV-1S. Real artillery. There's the M7.
You've been spotted.
Shoot on the move. Why not? We fire every 1.7 seconds. Just faster than him. A lot faster than him. There we go. Let's go for the KV-1S first. I don't know why I chose the KV-1S first. Our experimental's closer and got less health left. And now there's a while back it got its rear armor nerfed, so that it was no longer the same as the frontal armor. If it was the same as the frontal armor there, I'd struggle to pen it with the standard shells, I think. Probably not with premium, because the actual difference in penetration between the standard and premium shells in A43 is very good. It's the 57mm that I'm using, by the way. You can use the 76, which gives you more pen and more damage, but less DPM. Significantly less, I believe. And here we go. Ace Tanker, Spotter, Bruiser, Fighter, Fire Effect, and High Caliber. 2,438 damage done, 4 kills, 1,155 base experience. Notice how I had to do 31 shots worth of damage to get 2.5k nearly. That definitely stresses how little damage per shot it does, but how good the DPM is. 554 in total. 22,654 crits profit with premium account, 150 blocked, 1,522 assistance damage. I like the A43, I love it. It's such a fun machine because you know that you can take at least 2 shots for every shot that your enemy fires, unless it's another A43, of course. So you can just use your DPM to rip targets apart, especially if they're not paying attention to you. Although you can do that in any vehicle, really. And the vehicle that I have 3 marked the latest as well. It felt like I did it quite recently, but it was probably quite a few months ago now. So there we have it. Who is next? Is it Spell next? Or is it me again? Or is it some Alex? I can't remember. One of those. Alright. This is Spill, or the Johnny Wanker, whichever you prefer. And he's driving the KV5, as am I. You can see me there. A platoon, a KV5 platoon. We do this every now and again, just for lols, really. We're in a tier 9 battle on Redshire. This, of course, has premium matchmaking as one of the really old generation premium tanks at tier 8. That's why they have premium matchmaking, really. And Supposedly, this is going to get buffed in the next update, along with other premium matchmaker tanks. Interesting to see what they do. Of course, decisions have already been made, but they're not necessarily the final decisions. Spotted a panther. There it is. No time to stop and shoot it though. Spotting damage instead. So he's going to go straight after this P-43 BIS. Many things behind. There I am. Taking shots into the rear. Missed the CDC, as did I. Brilliant. That's better. What's that CDC doing? Not a great deal of useful, it seems. That T-26E5 seems oblivious to the two KV-5s in its flank. Goodness knows what else. M4, 49. That thing is a bit dangerous. Very much a newer generation of tier 8 heavy tank. Better gun than the KV-5, certainly. We're hit in the rear by Tiger P. Slowly turn the turret around. And then bounce off the Tiger P. That's a glorious waste of time. Never mind. Back to the M449. And he's down. 265. Bounced off somehow. Bounced off again. Here I go, trying to ram that waffle. But the ram misses. Poor maneuverability of the KV-5. For the artillery now. 257 is just sitting there. I don't know what he's doing really. Tried to get the GW Panther as he ran away, but no good. Just look at this 257. What is he doing? Is that a bot? What is that? This is just easy pickings. I don't think that 257 actually did any damage to me at all during that engagement. It's not like he was going to miss at that range as well. The Scorpion G with auto aim. Took him out, and that's the end of the battle. KV-5, absolutely still got it. He really hasn't though. It's been so powerful. Ace Tanker, obviously, Spotter, Hand of God, Bruiser, Shellproof, Fire Effect, and Steel Wall. 3,638 damage done, 3 kills, 1,331 base experience. I got second on team with 948 base experience. 98,013 credits profit with premium account. That's definitely still, of course, something that the KV5 does well. 2,300 damage blocked, 1,245 assistance damage as well. It can be a fun vehicle to play sometimes in platoons, you know, like the TOG. It's probably not a vehicle you want to play on your own, just because it's just so power crept. When you've got vehicles like that, old vehicles like that, in a platoon together, you can quite often take advantage of the vehicle's strengths, which obviously combine because you've got multiple of the same strength, and it just works brilliantly sometimes, and that was an example of such an occasion. Very fun indeed. So let's continue. I think it's back to me again. Right, back to me again with the Skoda T50. I loaded into this match basically just as it started, which is why you didn't see the last 5 seconds of the countdown as you usually do. We're on Tundra Tier 10 battle. My platoon with Spill, who is in the AMX 30. There he is. So, Skoda T50. 3-shell automatic on this. I don't have a very good crew at all because I've not played this vehicle much. Certainly can't stop you from having a good game though. But it's not looking good on the hillside. Oh, no. Super Persian. Speed's going up to the hill. See if we can get some shots into that Super Persian who's just fired. 1, 2, several missed. Okay. Bit of a slow start to this battle, I think. Safe to say. There's a 1390 on the enemy team running right around the base. There's not really a lot I can do about that. 1, 2. First two need to take a punch to the third shot without taking another hit, but never mind. Batch, I see you sneaking up there. Except you're not sneaking up there anymore, because I can see you. Notice you anyway. Down comes Spill. Try and help this T-343. And T-343 does manage to survive. So that's good. Batchat wasn't quite clever enough. Although I might not have known the T-343 was there actually. T-343 was behind the rock, so he might not have been spotted at that point. Regardless, it was always going to be a risk for the Batchat pulling off a move like that. It can work wonders if, well, if it works. Let's get rid of this hash bar. Yep, both the two's got him. And this oblivious black T-34. No damage with the last shot. Attractive, although that doesn't make any difference now because he's back on the move again. It's a good toe traverse you got there, T-34. Real good toe traverse. Oh, you're not paying attention, are you? I'll take advantage of that. Yes, sir. Brilliant. built up a fair bit of damage now. But there's still more work to be done. Should be a Scorpion G around here somewhere. Well, if he's AFK anyway. Shot that T-54 as he moves between the buildings. And the shot into him as he gives away his life away. Loading the high explosive now. Got a nasty hit. 617 damage from the Conqueror gun carriage there. Very nasty indeed. That's the first shot. And the second shot. But not the third one. Ammo rack repaired. Hide from artillery, because that's one nasty artillery. Love the fact they made those changes to artillery and they still do so much damage. And they stun you, of course, at the same time. It's just the pinnacle of annoying. There you are, you little... Saw you try and hit me there. Didn't go well for you, did it? Now you're dead, and I'm not. Yeah. That means I win. H-Tanker, Bruiser, Duelist, Fighter, Fire for Effect, Brothers in Arms, and High Caliber. 4,726 damage done, 5 kills, 1,422 base experience. Spill did very well as well. He did over 4,000 damage, 3 kills of his own, and over 1,000 base experience. 22,984 credits profit with premium account, and 982 assistance damage. Automatic guns, they can work wonders sometimes. I know that from playing the French heavy tanks, and now I have also experienced it with the Czechoslovakian medium tanks, which of course have a very, very quick unload time, only 1.5 seconds between the shells, which is mad. So there we have it. Let's go to T50. Let's move on now. Back to Spill again? I think so. Right, Spill is driving probably what is one of his favourite tanks at the moment, the 50 TP prototype, Tier 8 premium Polish heavy tank. Because Polish tanks are a thing now in the tanks. I'm not complaining. I just never thought they'd be able to get their own full tank line without Soviet clones. Turns out I was wrong. It's the shot to lower plate of the enemy 50 TP. Bounced off the T10. What's going to come round the corner? Malbreaker. Yeah, well, if you're not going to aim, then it's not likely to pen that. Cheek on with the T10's not particularly good. tank coming around that way. Bit of a stalemate here right now. Until that happened. Oh, that's my mixed empty. Oh, Carnarvon spotted. Lovely, the Carnarvon. Okay. It's not good side scraping, Carnarvon. What are these weirdos that Spill's fighting against right now? Why are you not paying attention, 30? Did you... Oh. Random battles. They're so... well, random. I know, who'd have thought. Malbreaker firing on explosive. 18 bounces off to the side. Brilliant for him. Carnarvon made a sensible decision to back up there, instead of actually going for it. Some sense finally appeared. Mod 1, what are you doing? What do you think you're going to do now? Can't run away. That was some serious low roll there. You can tell it's Spill driving the tank. Carnarvon, back for some more, are you? Oh my god, Indian Panzer in your ass. Kill it. That's what Spill would say. He always says that. Kill it. Even if it's not World Tanks we're talking about. Yes. Do it again, but kill it this time. Yes. Hide from the enemy 50 TP. Briefly. There we have it. Being capped by enemy artillery now. It's just spilling a ball seat against Spitswagen 1030 and M53 and 55. Brilliantly getting lost, you are. That's not the route to take. There's a little quicker way to do that. Now, where did this Spitswagen go? Did he fall back? Or did he attack? Since he's a Swedish tank destroyer, he probably fell back. A lot better at defending than attacking. very sneaky though. Trying to cap in this situation probably wouldn't be a good idea. Borsig's doing it anyway. At least he can survive a shot from the Stridsvagen. There's the Lorraine. Yep, that's Spill's life. Low roll everything. He didn't shoot. Maybe he just fired it. Or tried to blind fire at least the Borsig. Stridsvagen's in the area though. There he is, in fact. He's waiting. Although if he wants to win this, he's going to have to do something about the Borsig in the cap. Spotted. Stridsvagen's moved. But the Borsig is capped. And it's a win. Ace Tanker, Bruiser, Fan of God, Duelist, Fighter, Fire for Effect, Shellproof, Steel Wall and High Caliber. And no wonder, 5,164 damage done, 4 kills, and 1,570 base experience. I think you need that kind of base experience in order to ace this thing. It's quite difficult to ace, I do believe. 109,666 credits profit with premium account, 2,560 damage blocked, 185 assistance damage. And I think it's easy to see why Spill likes this a lot. It doesn't really seem to work for me as much, although Spill did have time in the Pule to train a crew up for this. I did not have such pleasure. I was kind of forced to play the 50 TP prototype because I didn't even buy it. Spill bought it for me. I didn't want it, but I've played it a bit. And I don't know what to think about it. It's maybe just not my kind of play style. Anyway, there's still one more replay left, and that is from Alex. Right, Alex is predictably driving a French autoloader, because that's all he drives, it seems. This one is the AMX 1390 Tier 9 light tank. The map is Prokhorovka, ideal for a light tank, obviously. And he's in a platoon with Guard in the Object 704. Tank destroyer back there. He's going to the obvious place to passive scout on this map. Sitting in a bush in E1. Team split looks a bit, well, bad. Everyone except an I-7's gone this way. We've spotted a Hesh barn. He's just realised he's been spotted. He's backing up. Unfortunately, he didn't get half of the health of that Hesh barn in spotting damage because it was taken out by artillery while unspotted. So that didn't count. Oh. Blind shot from enemy Scorpion G actually managed to hit. Why do you have binos on this? Got maximum view range by default anyway. So you're just trying to spot things well in bushes, I suppose. Things are blind firing all over here. Alex is so vulnerable. But oh, that was lucky. Shot went too low for that stretch fire. Even artillery's getting in on the action now. Spotted a T-54, but no one can seem to shoot that guy. They're all just sitting there, waiting for Alex to spot things. Weirdly, the enemy is probably doing exactly the same thing. But they don't have a light tank. And now, the enemy team have, well, to say pushed through on the other flank is the wrong way to say it really, because they had nothing to push through. Biggest resistance they had was probably buildings. Oh, there's a Scorpion G. Spotted. Let the massacre of it begin. Slowly. Okay. That guy will probably get killed later instead. We know that there are a lot of vehicles down there because there was a hell of a lot of blind firing going on in these bushes. They've given up now. Don't want to waste too much ammo. But they're going to pay the price for it, I feel. That guy's been spotted. Not a lot happening right now. Oh, there's the pigeon. Okay, pigeon's dead. That's good. Spotting mid for the enemy team. That's an important kill. T-44-100s moving up until now. Is he trying to push the TVP wreck forward so it's got hard cover in his attack? Because I can tell him now he's not going to have time to get to the other side of the map if he's got to push another tank on the way. T-54's back again. No one has shot this guy yet. Artillery have tried, but been unsuccessful. Enemy Mod 1 is very dangerous in that position, being able to basically spot the entire team. FE's down. Things in mid. There must still be all 3 tank destroyers at the back there, on this flank. The other 3 things are in mid, and then there's 3 artillery. Obviously not in mid. Is he thinking about taking the shot? No, people are shooting him now. One more. One more's all you need. You can do it. Believe in you. Just the one. Just the one. That's all you need. There's that scorpion again. He's dead. E4's got fed up of other things not moving, so he's decided to move forwards himself instead. And there goes the other Scorpion G. There's the Stridsvagen. That's one. He has been spotted by the Stridsvagen. Or the T-54, one of the two. He does now have to get out of there. He did a good job in that position. Spotted for 6k. That's God. That position is no longer particularly useful, so instead try to support the rest of the team by actually getting stuck in. IS-7 is not going to be a thing to pen with this gun at this range, at that angle. Got half the spotting on that, I think. WZ-120 is on the other side of the railroad. T-54 is there. He missed. Artillery missed him. I would like to be on 169 health right now. There we go. Udes killed the T-54. So WZ-120's moved up to a rock in the middle of the map. In the middle of the north side of the map anyway. And there's 3 artillery to fire. Udes is going hunting. Oh God. He's going to do the same. So is Alex. Yeah, that WZ-120 is not going to be moving from behind that rock for quite a while yet, I feel. There goes the GW Tiger. FE-3805. That's 1 and 2. T-92 is the only artillery left. WZ's made his move. TVP's there to defend the artillery. Hopefully he can manage. .355 is taken out. Hopefully the TVP could deal with that guy. And he didn't. Okay. Bad news for the T-92, I think. There's the enemy one. Oh, that's dangerous. That is dangerous. 1, 2, 3, dead. And friendly T-92 is also dead. I guess Udes is going to cap. Alex is going to go back and see if he can spot him. There are others in arms on the table if they both survive. The killing shot bounced. Gutted. Well, there goes the brothers in arms. God save us? Yes, he can. With an Amarak explosion, turret on the floor. Fireworks for everyone. Oh well, still a good game anyway. So, Ace Tanker, Spotter, Fire for Effect, Pascucci's Medal, and Patrol Duty. 1,209 damage done, 3 kills, 1,305 base experience, 26,645 credits profit with standard account, 8,753 assistance damage, and a dog crawling between my feet. Brilliant. That damn dog. He can't stay settled for too long, you know. At least I can stretch my legs out now. Oh, that's good. Anyway, that's it for this video, viewers. Once again, sorry that I had to delete a bunch of old replays because I can't show them anymore. But otherwise, thanks to myself, Spill, Guard, and Alex for sending the replays in. I hope you enjoy watching them, viewers. And as always, good luck on that battlefield, or whatever games you're playing. And I'll see you next time.